Hello, good day. Welcome to today's newspaper review. How are you today? I hope it's a good day going for you. I hope the weekend has started on a very high and good note for you. Good morning to my people, good afternoon to my people, and good evening to as many of you watching me from around the globe. Welcome to our newspaper review. Please share this broadcast, invite someone. In the link you have the comment you in the link in the comment section you have the link to join the live broadcast if you're interested. Good morning and the best. Thank you. Good morning to you too. Good morning, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining this broadcast. Good morning, Kachi. Thank you for being here today too. We have Kachi with us today. Good morning, Kachi.
Good morning, Ima. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me here today, Ima. I appreciate you. Good morning, Mommy Diaspora. We love you, Mommy, in the best collection. Good morning, Chinedu Unduma. Thank you so much for being here with us. To everyone viewing us right now, we say good morning, afternoon, evening to you. I've not wished you guys a happy new month. So happy new month, everybody. I pray this month will be a blessed one for all of us. Thank you so much, Ima. Over to you.
All right, Kachi, thank you very much for that. Good morning. In the comment section, you have the link if you want to join. Please click on the link to join. We'll be moving straight to the first paper of the day, and that is Daily Trust. Our concerned faithfuls, Muslim faithfuls, are complaining over the cost of ram purchase. There's one thing about this government that I have come to admire. They do things in a way that affects everybody. That's never used to be the case. So this is quite a time for everybody. The Muslim faithful lament high cost of rams, as we know that their Sallah is around the corner, and we know that it is a norm for these people to have all of these things in place. But now they are crying out that they cannot afford, or the cost of ram is too much for them. And the sellers are saying are coming to complain over. The sellers are also complaining over low patronage. I mean, when it is high like that, people are not buying and they've invested in this. So I hope it doesn't happen. It doesn't get to be a loss for the sellers. And these people are blaming insecurity and cost of diesel for hike. They're blaming insecurity and cost of diesel for hike. Insecurity and cost of diesel seems to be doing much more damage to us than our government can even imagine, or that they take seriously. Meet Lagos female drivers competing with male counterparts. LG autonomy. States defy court judgment, holds on to funds. Buhari reacts as army launches manhunts for killers of soldiers in Niger, Taraba. Jungle Justice claims 158 Nigerians in 18 months. 2023. Wike didn't meet Tinubu in France. PDP board member. Mina, inside Nigeria's decaying city. On the Ekweremadu's case, court orders immigration, NIMSI, others to supply Upo's biodata. For as many that patronizes this boat and other e-hailing cab services in Nigeria, you would tell and you would notice the high rise of female drivers. Almost like they're taking over the male counterparts. Now, it's amazing, when you order a ride and you see a female, and, it just gets going. And it's good that women are plunging into other things that the society has stemmed for men, and they are doing well. Kudos to my gender, and well done to each and every woman out there that is doing legit business for source of livelihood. Well done. States defy court judgments. Hold on to first. Hold on to funds. Now, the local governments, the states, they've taken case to court that They want money in their own custody. They want to have access to their own money, and not that's local governments are not living it with just states. But as usual, the states have defied the court's judgments. If the state can dare to defy the court's judgment, I think our judiciary needs a complete reform, because I don't understand how the court gives a verdict and it doesn't get adhered to. This is well done, especially when the president gives orders and they don't even carry it out. I hope this new change, the new CGM, will see to it that policies and verdicts are held on to as should be the case. As should be the case. PDP have come to say Wike didn't meet with Tinubu in France. So where did that come from? Well, our Nigerian policies just keeps getting better and better and better. Mina, inside Nigeria's decaying city. Mina was in the news some days ago for they were in the news for, I'm going to come back to that story. They were in the news for something. I think they had like a collapse in a mine that involved some Chinese people. I think the government really needs to take that seriously, and I think that should also be an airline. Not because we have foreigners involved in this, but as we said yesterday, an injustice to one is an injustice to all. Let's go to the next paper, and that is the Guardian. The Guardian. We are fed up. Nigerians tell government Shiroro massacre. Attackers won't go unpunished. That is from our president, Buhari. He is saying attackers won't go punished. Let's hope that when the attackers are found, they will not be rehabilitated and sent back into the streets. Mr. President, we don't even take your word anymore for it. Killing of 22-year-old set Enugu community on fire, guys. We need to try as much as possible to stop killing ourselves. These intruders from outside are already doing enough. Let's try to live in peace. Let's try to live in love. Homosexuality. Sharia court sentences 3 to death by stoning in Bauchi. As you all know, we don't talk about the issues of the Sharia courts because these people they are in a league of their own. But really, we need someone who would really come and change the constitution. Sharia court, Sharia court seems to be doing a lot of damage, and it's amazing that the police or the state cannot even interfere in this. The law does not abide to these people, or better said, Sharia court is held higher in more esteem than our own judiciary law. That is one of the reasons why people say this can never be one Nigeria, because how can they are going to stone 3 people? Let's move on, please. Arms bearing. Debate rages as citizen ponder self-defense. A lot of people are a good number of Nigerians are clamoring for arms bearing because they say that they feel that the time has come for us to protect ourselves. The security outfits are coming out to say one thing, but it is a different thing. They talk like they are not in this country with us, or they don't watch the news, or they don't hear the news, or they don't see this thing happening. And they're coming out to say you don't need to, but the talks are out there. I really hope it doesn't get to that point where arms bearing becomes legal, because it will turn into something else. But also something needs to be done quickly, and people are raging. They want to be able to defend themselves legally. I'm sure people already have things in their house that they are using to protect themselves, but they want to be able to go out there on the road. They want to go out there with their own form of weapons. So if our security system outfits cannot do protect us, then they should as well legalize some form of weapon or arms bearing for us. Maybe not outrightly guns and all of that, but I'm also for self-defense, as that is the case in Nigeria today. The actor Gabriel Afolayan, acting is forever with me, music and added traits. That's for entertainment news. Anuli Aniebo Olaniyi, Nigeria is way back in development when it comes to women in leadership. I think we haven't even started. I think that is non-existent yet. I'm yet to see someone dare to come out and say, and not just politics, and dare to say, I believe in this woman and I want her to be my running mate, or I believe in this person and I want this person to hold this, position. The two women that I know that are in power or who hold, delicate positions will be Abike Dabiri, and she's doing such an amazing, terrible job. She's doing a terrific, terrible job. I hope they give the right women in power. They give the right women positions and not just giving off a woman a position because of out of sentiment. I'd like to say good morning to my panelists. Welcome to each and every one of you that has joined me today. A big shout out to Mr. Collins, to Mr. Alaji Sanichim. Good morning to you. Mr. Ogoski, good morning to you. Mrs. Ugo, good morning to you, Ma. I'll start with you, Mr. Ogoski. Or I hope your mic is or your sound is better today. Good morning, Mr. Ogbonske. How are you today? Please unmute yourself. Okay. I'm moving on to Brother Nice. Good morning to you, sir. How are you today?
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How's your
Happy,
weekend
happy,
starting
happy.
already?
Yeah, great. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend.
Happy weekend, sir. Thank you. I'll get right back to you, sir. Good morning, Alaji.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you for joining us today. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Okay, thank you. I'll get right back to you. Good morning, Mr. Collins. It's good to have you here today. Again, like every other day. How are you today?
Yeah, good evening and thank you for having me and happy weekend.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Please mute your mic. I'll get back to you. Miss Ugo, greetings to you, ma'am. Thank you for
Good
joining me
morning.
today.
Thank
Good
you.
morning.
Thank
Please, where are you joining
you,
us from?
Ma. From the UK. Oh. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
thank you for joining us.
Okay.
Yes, yes, clearly, clearly.
All
Thank
right.
you for
Thank.
joining us today. We'll get right back at you. We'll be taking the next paper, and that is from Punch. Before I go ahead, I'd like to say, please, guys, your comment section, those watching us, please like this broadcast, that share this broadcast, that invite someone to come watch this broadcast. Good morning to the people in the comment section. Good morning to you people, Mommy Diaspora. Good morning to you, Ma. Thank you for joining us again today. Chinedu Uduma, good morning. Sunday Ogbomo, good morning to you. Good morning to everybody. I am giving a special shout out to my comment section people. Osage Daddy, good morning to you, sir. Mike Mark Irabo, good morning. Osagovo, good morning. You have one of my favorite names so far. Osas Igbovo, good morning to you. I hope it's a good day going for everyone and happy new month again. Moving to Punch, we have running mate Tinubu pencils Zulum, Shetima debunks meeting with Wike. They always have something to debunk our people. Atiku knows how to pacify Wike, loyalists say. So the Atiku camp are coming out to say we shouldn't bother that there is nothing going on in the PDP camp because Atiku and Wike, they know how to get to each other. That is not the same thing that Wiki Camp is saying, and that is also not the same thing that a good number of the PDP party members are saying. I hope they do the needful. Bafawara Jang say unity needed to avoid parties defeat. On this particular one, this party's defeat, all I have to say is that what God cannot do does not exist. Why governors didn't show up for Oshun campaign council inauguration? That's from PDP. Court orders NIMC to release Uko's details. Uko is David Nwamini, the guy, the young man involved in the Ekweremadu's organ harvesting brouhaha. That they're ordering that NIMC have ordered that Uko's details be released out there. Every information that is needed for this case to be you know um to be carried out duly and fairly, the court has ordered that they release it to them. It is amazing. I finished four-year course in 3 years at US Varsity. Graduated at 18. A Nigerian scholar, Jones Wone. Oh, congratulations to her. Well done, girl. Jones, that's from a Nigerian scholar, Jones Wone. Of course, this would make it to the headlines in a country where a 4-year university course extends to 5, 6, or even 7 years. So yes, this is worthy to be in the paper, and I hope that the Educational Board of Nigeria are seeing this. Of course, we know they are not seeing. ASU is still on strike. Content of CGN's mystery leather bags revealed. You'll find that at Punch, page 21. Like me, if you've been wondering why every CGN has this leather bag that they carry out there, go run down to the Punch papers today, page 21. You will see the content there. And please, when you do, or if you know what is there already, please don't forget to share with us. We would like to know also. Bauchi lady whose blasphemous WhatsApp comments triggered violence now in prison. CP. Oh, well done to the CP. But this one that we are seeing blasphemous again. We hope that another lynching is not underway. We really, really hope another lynching is not underway. We don't want another lynching, sir. Intrigues, cover-ups behind Funke Akindele JJC's marriage crash. Celebs react, lawyers speak on children's custody, business interest, and all of that. Okay, so if you've been following the news, if you've been following our review this morning, I would like to talk about the Muslim faithful lament I cost of ram purchase and the effects that it has on both the buyers, the sellers, and the Muslim people. I say, oh, brother, nice.
Yeah, good morning.
Oh,
Hello? Hello, are you hearing me?
yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay. What do you said?
I said, I'd like to get your submission on this topic. The Muslim, they have one of their celebrations, which is usually a big one. That's the Sallah. They're complaining or lamenting over the high cost of rams, and the sellers too are complaining over low patronage, and they've blamed it on insecurity, and they've also blamed it on hike in diesel.
Yeah, what this one, I don't even have anything to say about it because this hiking that is happening is affecting all the country. It's not only the north. It's not only what is this in their Sallah. It's all over Nigeria, so everybody is feeling it. You understand? So if they want anything, if they want to do something about it, they should talk to their president, or they should go and cry to their federal government. You know, so we all we all of them shouted baba baba baba. So we are enjoying the baba now. You know, the man is there doing nothing, just watching. Nigerians are about to die. You know, so things are not working. You know, the man is there. Nobody is coming out to protest. You know, it's just crazy. I don't know what to say about that. You understand? So if they want to do anything about it, they should go to their local government or go to their governors. Let them go and tell them the problem that they are facing. You know, it's not to go to newspaper to go and tell or just to talk without doing nothing. You have to, if you said something is not right, you have to do something about it. Like this BK Adabiri that you just called her name. When you just called her name that she's doing something, I thought you wanted to say that she's performing very well. I was about to say, hey, what is going on? That's a woman. Even our politicians, both men and women, all of them are the same. No, there is no difference between them. If you give any post to the women, if you give to the men, they perform the same way, terrible way. So that's for that. You know, Just it's
Okay.
only God that will just help Nigeria. That's all.
Okay. Thank you very much for that submission, Mr. Collins.
Yeah, I can hear you. Good
Okay, do
evening.
you think that this is too late for this outcry? You know, when the Muslims are going for Hajj, the exchange rate that the bank gives to them is ridiculously cheap, or low when they are going. But even when we are going, when the Christians are going for their own pilgrim, like going to Jerusalem, it's still the same exchange rate. This has been so for a very long time. And now, do you think that this outcry should even be adhered to, or they should just join the rest of the people behind? 'Cause, I mean, we've all been facing this, and nothing can be done now.
For me, when it comes to Nigeria, it's always been it's a where people practice bias. You understand? Something another people will be doing another thing, others are doing different things. So that is how Nigeria being run. So when you have somebody on the top, people treat it different. When you don't have people on the top, they treat you different. So it's not like maybe it's a new thing. I don't know, as in hearing things like this don't even shake me because something that we used to hear. So we know it's happening, things that are already happening in Nigeria. So when people begin to react towards it as because I don't blame those people. Maybe the way they treat them is just because our own people are not doing what we ask them to do because the same people that is the same Muslim people in the house, there's also Christian people in the house. So if they can be able to treat their own people in a good way without stopping the Christian people to say, hey, you have to do the same for our own people, it's just that because they went there for their own selfish interest. So for me, I don't blame them. I don't even blame because the people I need to blame is for my own people. I have governor who is representing me. I have a senator who is representing me. I have a rep member who is representing me. So if they can't speak for me, so what is the need? Should I go? Because if I stay in my house and keep crying, I will just be crying it in my house. It's not going anywhere. So since I have the senators, it's their case to make in the house say this thing need to stop. This is how we want things to be run. If Nigeria is good, because this is one country, you can't be doing different in another country and be doing we are in the same country. So you go to some part, people are doing another different law. Then you come another place, they are doing different things. So that is how the country are being run. So I don't have much thing to say about the case.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. Um, Miss Ugo,
Good morning again.
good morning, ma'am. What's your submission to this? That the Muslims are coming out to cry now, to lament over the high cost of ram purchase, which we know is a ritual during their for them to have this during their Sallah. This thing. Do you think that this outcry is coming out late from this body? And also, they are blaming this high rise, this inflation on insecurity and on hike in diesel. What do you think we should expect going forward? Because this insecurity and hike it's everywhere. It's affecting everything and everybody. What do you think is the fate of Nigerians as it is? If for this Salah they are not even going to be getting any form of discount. As I said earlier, when they are going for this, when they want to go change money, when they go to spend dollars, when they go change dollars, they have at the exchange rate when they want to go for Hajj is unbelievable. Unlike when any other religion is going for their own program and they need to change dollars. So do you think this outcry is coming too late, or they should just quietly do what they want to do and join us in complaining?
Okay, thank you. So, before answer, I just want to thank President Muhammad Buhari for his amazing administration. In
Mhm.
the past, we've been complaining, yeah, but Buhari has made it clear to every single person in the world that there is nepotism, there is so much corruption, and there is so much pain and insecurity. He's come out to say it 1,000 times that he's happy with his administration. So the plan that Buhari has for me and you is different from the plan that we have for ourselves, is different from what Buhari has for us. So now our northern brothers wanting to celebrate this thing with their ram, that is very sacred tradition at this point, is a huge deal, because every single one of us, we're all Nigerians. We're brought together by force. But at this point now, whether you're from the north, from the south, we're all experiencing the same thing. So, like, these people, how they've maintained power is by separating us, fundamentally attacking us, pitting us against each other. At this point now, there's no point saying, oh, in the past they used to get this thing. That was what they used to get them to support their agenda. So if they say, okay, oh, the Yorubas, for example, had to pay a higher price, but the Northerners are paying a lower price, the Northerners would say, okay, it's favoring me at this point, and they would not talk. But now it's hitting everybody. It is hitting us in different places. And for the first time, Buhari has made it clear to us that, Omo, it's time for you to start, because we're sleeping. That's the honest truth. We were not interested in politics. We're not interested in anything. We thought it was their business. But for the first time, we're all coming out, because we can see that whether you want to buy ram or you want to buy Christmas chicken, my dear, it's everybody's business. So in this thing, I think high cost of the insecurity is too much. You cannot do anything with insecurity. You cannot invest. You can't plan for the future when you're scared for your life. And then this exchange rate thing, we need to come to a place where we can form Nigeria to fit every single person. I don't want to talk too much because I know there are plenty of people, so I'm going to stop there. But thank you, Buhari. I'm very grateful.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that submission. Mr. President, sir, you have a special shout out from one of our panelists. I hope it gets to you. Good morning, Mr. Machiavelli. It's good to have you here today.
Good morning, Mrs. Iman, and good morning to all my fellow panelists over there, and good morning, Miss Ugo. I love your submission. And also to the concerned citizens, we are now very concerned. The reason why I use the concerned citizens is because before, just like Miss Ugo said, most of us were sleeping. Most of us were carried away with one or two kind of shenanigans. But it is very crystal clear, even to the blind, that when there is a death, there is a death in the soup, even the blind man will tell you, oh, my sister or my brother, they here. Oh. You know, you see, what causes this kind of thing? Inflation is part of it, and the insecurity is part of it. You know, when there is a lower in supply and there is a higher in demand, in economics, we call that an equilibrium. It's not equilibrium, right? Because the supply is not matching with the demand. There's high cost of demand now, but there's a lower in supply. The insecurity is one of them. What causes the insecurity? This is the problem. What is the government doing about it? This is the problem. And another factor that we need to look onto is our clergymen. What are they doing to actually talk to these people, our leaders? Who are the people suffering it? It's the followers and the citizens. Because the people in the top do not, they don't really care about it. Just like Ms. Ugo said, they use this thing to kind of play politics. The answer is a very capital yes. Because they made it clear to us is whatever favors them, any sector of the or any part of the country that tells you, this thing is okay like this, so just hold it. If you don't hold it, we are not going to vote for you. You will see them just holding on to that, what those people say. It has played in the case of Atiku. You saw what happened. So it is very now clear that Nigerians themselves, they need to sit down and say, how did we get this all wrong? We cannot say it's just because of our northern brothers. Some of them are even tired of this whole thing. I can bet you. And that is why we tell them we don't hate you. You are our brothers. But if we all don't sit down and say what is actually going on and talk as a family, as Nigerians, irrespective of your tribes or what you believe, to be honest, we all go to places. Because this administration has deemed it necessary that anytime you talk about it, it tell you that we are doing good. We are talking about high cost of insecurity, the high insecurity in the country. Somebody is showing you the bag of rice that they have been keeping. There's food basket of the nation. Just imagine. They're showing us a pyramid of rice, as if that is going to go to every parts of the country. You see, a lot of things need to be told here. That none, even you see yourself as a Nigerian in diaspora, the same problem is still hovering around us, whether we like it or not, because we have brothers and sisters around there. But one thing we have to know, we only have one country, and we must save it. And how do we save it? Is by electing a better governance. Because this insecurity, trust me, is just one thing you can solve within a twinkle of an eye.
Okay.
Because we have special forces. Where are the special forces? We have DSS. What are they? I keep asking all the time, but nobody think it's very important. Yes, they are very important. What are their duty? Is to maintain law and order and secure the nation. It's simple. But since this government deemed it necessary, they cannot do it, then it is time to say it's time for a change of power. Just go to the PVC and remove them. That's it.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for that, Mr. Machiavelli. Stay unmuted, please. I want to ask you this. Page 2 of the Guardian newspaper says that we are fed up, Nigerian style government. Do you think that this is truly a wake-up call from Nigerians? Do you see a revolution brewing? Do you think that the youth or anyone of any age group, we are ready to take Nigeria back? Do you think that we've gotten to that place where we've come together to say enough is enough? Do you think that we are no longer the lazy? Because really, we've all been carried away. We've been lazy about, we've been joking with our security, with our future, with our country. Do you think that this? I think this is the first time I am seeing this as a news. Nigerians coming out to say that we are tired. And to this effect, what should be the next move? I'm asking because, if we are coming out to say we are tired, should the next move not to impeach the sitting government?
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Imba, for that beautiful question. But I must say this, like I always say here, when injustice becomes a law, resistance becomes a duty. That was from Malcolm X. Now, you said Nigerians say they are tired. Why would they not be tired? You push them to the core because you've used kind of an ideology to capture them for years, decades, that these people could not move anywhere. But we are in 2022. For crying out loud. I gave you an example of yesterday. We're talking on the debate when I called in. I gave an example of Rwanda. Rwanda came out of genocide in 1994 against the Tutsi and the Hutu and the Tutsi. You saw a lot of people slaughtered, and that was the genocide. And after that, go and check Rwanda in 2022. It's now a tourist destination. You have a good economy. You have standard economy. Now, even us, known as the giant of Africa, we can't compare ourselves to Rwanda. In the world stage, they always take number one. Now, what are we looking for? Don't you think Nigerians are tired? If you go everywhere in the whole of the countries that I've been to, in the United States, I can tell you Nigerians are even physicians, engineers. Some Nigerians are even building planes. Can you imagine if we have this kind of talent leaving our country? Do you think it's a plus? It's a minus to Nigeria, and it's a plus to any other countries they move to. We're sophisticated people who are supposed to add to your economy. You are sending them out because you are greedy. But this is the place where you come and enjoy the dividend of democracy you didn't work for, the same government. This is the question. So they are not telling the Nigerians, we only have one country, we are fed up of your injustice, and it's time to take it back. And they are pushing us back and saying, no, you are not ready. You have been lazy. Lazy where? You see, they came out the other day in the National Assembly that they want to stop Yahoo boys. And you said it on the newspaper that the EFCC is trying to tell the landlord that they should not give Yahoo boys houses again. Why would they not give them? They are Nigerians. These are young and talented people who are using a software to steal. I'm not condoning that. But these are also talented people. Why can't we bring these people together and say, how do you invest? How are you going to change this economy with this sophisticated talent you have? Bring them together, put them into an IT or a place where they can be used. They can be useful. They can be used for counterintelligence. They can also read what is going on in the society. You see, a lot of things that we are throwing away are very good to us, but we don't know. Because we don't have a government who has the clue of how to manage this kind of resources that Nigeria is blessed, talented. Anything you want to talk of, we are number one. But in terms of our leaders, we are just zero. We in the world stage, they are laughing at us. We are a laughing stock. I'm telling you, when the British were reading the news the other day, I was ashamed. Everything is all centered about Nigeria, Nigeria, Nigeria. But when we come out to say you are in Nigeria, they tell you, like, listen, you don't need to be here because with all the resources your country is blessed with, my brother, I don't think you should be here. It's true. Because these people fail to utilize this thing. And the youth that are coming out, they are not seeing what the technology can give them. And this is why you are seeing somebody sitting down in his own house. He's talking to someone in the United States and taking his or her own money. And he's getting the money in his pocket. What do you expect? So what I think Nigerians should do, they should sit down and let us fix the puzzle again. How do we fix the puzzle? Talking to each other. Because what they do is they have to make it known that the North is better than the South, and the South is bad to the North. This is how they play the game. But I want to tell them, my fellow Northern brothers and my Southern brothers, we are not enemies. These people use you as enemy for political gains. This is the problem. We need to talk to ourselves. What can you give me? What can I give you? Let us work together. You see an Igbo man, look at somebody using it as a campaign the other day. That was what our vice president used to declare for his presidency. I want to see a Nigeria where a brother from Enugu is holding hand with a brother from Jalingo. But you see, this is how they calculate it. So you know this was a problem. Why haven't you tackled this thing? To see one Nigeria instead of having a division, and you are not using it as your own campaign promise. This is absolutely wrong. It's a rhetoric that we have been using as leaders. But I have to tell Nigerians, don't be fed up. You are there. You are almost close. But first of all, we must heal ourselves and tell ourselves the truth before we start seeking for reconciliation. And that reconciliation is just a step forward. Nigeria is going to be back, but we need to tell ourselves the truth. These leaders have divided us into party politics to put themselves into power and to enslave the citizens. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that submission, Mr. Machiavelli. Mr. Alex, good day to you, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, everybody. I salute everybody.
Good morning, sir. In the headline, one of the headlines that we read out, the president has come out to say that the Shiroro massacre. I will just put it up 1 minute. That's from Guardian. It says Shiroro massacre. It says that attackers won't go unpunished. That's from our president. Now, do you think that we should take Mr. President's word for it? Because this is one president, amazingly so, that is unbothered about the killings. You rarely hear him talk about the killings or that happened one place or the other, unless it is an international one, of course. Let me give you a backstory of the Shiroro destiny. Bandits, gunmen believed to be bandits, killed at least 43 people, including 30 soldiers and 7 mobile police personnel in an attack on a mining site in Shiroro local government area of Niger State. Now, this is the backstory of it. They abducted some nationals and some Chinese people too. And now, if you read the story, he is only saying that the men responsible for this will not go unpunished. And just as you know that our dearly beloved and esteemed president has a thing for rehabilitating these terrorists and sending them back into the streets. Do you think that this particular words of this is something that we should hold on to?
I will come from another dimension. I've heard that story before. I think the major problem of Nigeria insecurity and the solution is in Buckingham Palace in England. You can remember the Babangida's administration. You can remember the Abacha's administration and other military dictators, how the British mobilized the whole world to mount pressure. The Pope do not visit a country twice in a century. The Pope visited Abacha regime twice in Nigeria to let political prisoners go, especially Ken Saro-Wiwa, who was being held in prison. The British was playing that game because they did not want dictatorship and bloodletting in Nigeria. What has changed? Yesterday I tried to articulate this, but I couldn't do it properly. If you can remember, in 2017, our jet was parked in London Clinic for months. We don't know what transpired there. And after then, in 2018 or so, the British Petroleum, BP, that Obasanjo drove away in his military days, through indigenization decree, the British Petroleum came back suddenly. There was speculations that Buhari was dead. Some said he's not dead. Some said he was cloned. Only the British. So after then, the insecurity escalated. There was insecurity under Goodluck administration, under previous government, but it escalated. And the British turned a blind eye before now. A business deal was reached in that hospital that we don't know. And Nnamdi Kanu in prison knows what we don't know. And they don't want him to spill the fire. Quickly, with the cooperation of British, imagine somebody with a British passport, dual citizenship, is still in jail without justice. So for me, the British government knows the role they played in Nigeria insecurity. The NSAS massacre will also tell you. The British that claim to be human rights nation, the British that claim to be one of the police of the world, the British that cannot tolerate blood of innocent citizens, they are quiet up to now. Buhari's body language to killings is because he knows nothing will happen to him. So the solution, the problem started from Buckingham Palace. I speak to the Queen of England and those in government house to let Nigeria go. They left and gave us a flag independence, but they came through imperialist tendencies. So for me, since 2017 up till now, the whole thing became bizarre. Look at the body language of the British government. This is not how they treated Sani Abacha, who was demonized and called names. I'm not in support of a dictator. Babangida's regime was also pressurized. Why are they not doing the same thing to Buhari's government? Let us see between the lines that the real enemies are in Buckingham Palace, drinking champagne, paying social with our monies. They've been drilling crude oil since 2017. They've drilled more than the ones they've been drilling before. The barrels of oil that have left Nigeria since 2017 is more than what they could have got in the next 20 years or 30 years. Kudos to them. Like someone said, well done, Britain. I want to say well done, Britain, because Buhari is just, if we don't know what happened. We don't know what transpired. So the problem is there. Since they are enjoying the killings, they're enjoying the bloodletting, they are not mounting pressure enough. They are not doing anything. It's just recently they invited Peter Obi after a 6 or 7 hours meeting. Peter Obi decamped. What does that tell you? They are ashamed that their fellow colonialists, like the Spaniards, like the Portuguese, and so on, they monkey them in process. That your former colonial territory is now a land of blood. So they are trying to profess solution. They didn't know the insecurity we escalate. And let me just tell you in simple terms. You keep people while I take the crude oil. That is what the British did with Buhari, and whether he's alive or dead, I don't know what transpired. You just keep people. We will tell international community to be quiet. Look at the American government that do not tolerate things like this. Because of the friendship with British, they are quiet with the Nigerian situation. The only time American Congress spoke about Nigerian problem was when Sowore was taken, because the wife is an American citizen from New Jersey, and the senator of New Jersey raised an alarm against Buhari government, and immediately Sowore was let go. Apart from that, everybody is quiet. The Western world is quiet. African Union is quiet. Who is behind it? British, assisted by France. So the real problems, the real corrupt people, the real killers are the British working with the Fulanis. You kill people while I take the oil. That is just the simple truth, nothing else. So what they're trying to do now, because of the bloodletting, because they've taken a lot, they've taken enough, now they want to see how they can ensure a free and fair, credible election to bring in somebody who they think can make Nigerians stop complaining. How can you figure it out? A man that was so sick in 2015 that people said he had cancer, he had issues. I'm not saying people cannot be well. Suddenly he's just up and running, he's kicking at almost 90 years old. These are age mates with Ahmed Bola Tinubu and the rest of them. So how come he's not sick anymore? He's so healthy. People are being killed. He's moving up and down. We don't know. Only the British can explain that thing that happened there. And I know with the way Nigerians are going now, things are going to change. Not even the British power can stop us this time, because we have overwhelming majority in politics. There's what we call overwhelming or sympathy votes. It can never be rigged. If not, the whole nation will go in flames. So for me, I'm sitting down behind my chair. I'm reading between the lines. The British government are the ones majorly responsible, though our leaders are surrogates and puppets. Our National Assembly, our senators, all of them have been bought over by this. They've been given offers that they cannot reject, unfortunately, because people are hungry. Everybody, they've killed all the sectors, and they now focus on the petroleum, and they borrow to weaken our currency. Things are difficult. If you bring 50 euro to Nigeria now, it's like nothing. You can't buy anything in market. You can't buy nothing. Those days, 50 euro will feed me in school from my brother abroad. It will take care of me for like 2 months at least. Now you cannot use it for 1 week in Nigeria. So thanks to the British government and Fulani agreement. Keep people while I take the crude oil. I got your back at the international community. It's very simple. It's not a rocket science. I read politics. This is my profession. I'm trying to bisect and dissect what I can, decode from these international problems. So the British are responsible. Don't mind them. They are corrupt. They are brutal. They don't care. How can children singing national anthem with flags being killed in your former territory? Come on now. Even if you sold a house and you hear something is happening in that house, you will still be interested to know what is going on. Nigeria is a sovereign state, we know, but we have imperialist tendencies. Neo-colonial way of doing things. For example, Spain still has a way of, France is still in control of some of their territories. So for me, British government are the ones manipulating us. The earlier we realize it, the better for us. Why did Mali wake up and chase France away from their country? Why did Guinea-Conakry wake up and say, no, we don't want imperialist government? People are waking up. So very soon, Nigerian government, somebody will come that we tell Britain, stay in England. We are tired. The days of slavery is over. So do not point too much at the Fulanis. We have some good ones, but the British government brought somebody. We don't know if Buhari is dead or alive, but a business deal was reached. We don't know. A country where a first lady lives in Dubai. She only come to make speech in Nigeria and fly back. Come on, and does that not tell you something? Supported by the British government? So the British government are responsible for the killings nationwide. They are supporting the corruption, the looting, and all the money stolen in Nigeria. Half of it are in Britain. Desiani, who bought a bra for $12 million, is still living in England, and they say they are not corrupt. Anyway, thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that submission. That was very insightful, Mr. Alex. That was very insightful. Thank you for sharing that with us. My people in the comment section and those watching us live, please, 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 please. It's only going to take a second of your time for you to like the thumbs up button that is on your screen. It's just there. Just look down and just tap on it. Please like this videos, this broadcast, so that YouTube would share it. The more likes it gets, the chances of it being shared much more time. Please endeavor to like and subscribe also to our channel.
Ima, can I ask a question?
Mr. Machiavelli.
Yeah. Can I just ask Alice a question?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay, that'll be fine.
Yeah. So you saying that the British government is responsible. So the British colonies that are everywhere, so they also causing the problem in those countries. I just wanted to know that from you, because it looks as if the whole thing, you guys, it's always British. Are they citing because we have countries that these people have colonized? Have you ever seen this kind of violence?
Can I answer you, sir?
Just let me finish. Thank God you said it's a sovereign nation, so there's no interference. So I don't know. I'm best you can explain that to us now.
Yes. Let me tell you, there's something peculiar about Nigeria, the most populous nation and the largest oil-producing country in the whole of Africa after Libya. The seventh highest oil exporting country in the whole world, with billions of dollars rolling out from the South, unaccounted for. The British will never take their eyes off Nigeria for now. If they had known you have oil, they left in 1960. Oil was discovered in 1956. So they didn't know. They thought it was a fraction. If they have knew, my dear brother, you will be here as a cage, just like they did in South Africa. The Dutch did in South Africa. So the British are not doing what they are doing in other former colonial territories because there is no oil there. And they still do indirectly. They still manipulate elections just to keep their business running. Why can you explain to me BP, British Petroleum, that was driven away in 1977, suddenly showed back in 2017. That same 2017, Buhari was sick and was said to have been exchanged in British clinic, allegedly. I don't know. That's in the realms of rumor. But no smoke without fire. And since then, insecurity collapsed, economy collapsed, agriculture was bastardized, education is useless, the roads are dangerous. They did not think the Fulanis will take advantage of the deal. The Fulanis overblew it. Now they are not ashamed of themselves. So Britain is more interested in Nigeria. Tell me one British colony that has oil like Nigeria.
So what have they done to India? No, I'm just asking you. What have they done to India?
India.
You know, yes. What have they done to India?
Yes. Indian people are complaining. I have Indian friends. They are complaining about the British legacy. India has advantage. They have some level of advantage that we don't have. They have
you need technological to tell us about that. That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah. I'm telling you. Okay.
Because these are territories. Okay. These are British territories.
Okay. Can I ask you a question? Why were they so mad and hard on Abacha regime and the Babangida regime, and they are quiet over Buhari's regime? Can you explain that? And yet they claim to love human life. Zuma. No. Let me finish. Zuma of West Ham, because he kicked a cat, he was fined. He was giving community service sentencing, but yet people died in Nigeria and they are quiet. And they are hearing everything for the past 3 to 4 years happening here, and they are quiet. And now British Petroleum is the highest oil drilling company in the South.
What about
people have been killed? They don't care.
What about
Emma,
what about
Emma, can I ask my question?
Yes, I'm listening.
It's rather nice. Can I ask my question? I'm asking from Emma, if you permit me.
Yes. I know.
We are not hearing you.
Please, can you hear me? Please, can you hear me? Please.
Nice. Yes.
Please, can you hear me? I'm not done. Let me just round up, ma. Please, can I round up?
No, okay, I want to ask you, Alex. I want to ask you a question.
I know. Can I round up with what we were saying before you can ask your question, please?
Okay. Please, carry on.
All right.
I can understand that most of you people live in the United Kingdom. Your communications are monitored. You have resident permit. You are scared of a lot of things. So you can talk from the kingdom. You can talk from the other side of your mouth. I understand for now, but for me, I have nothing to hide. I speak for the people of my country. The British.
Alex, you don't, Mr. Alex, you don't need to be that rude. That is a rude. That is a rude way to talk to a panelist. To say they are talking from the
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Very rude.
I'm sorry. Yes, I retrieved my statement. I'm sorry, Mr. Hakim. Yeah, he can ask his questions.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
My question to Alex. My question to Alex. I will prefer we stay and hold our government responsible. We should not just leave our government and jump to people that is very far from us and say they are the cause of our problem. These people left us 1960. And you are blaming them today that they
is it a question or is it an explanation?
I'm coming. I will ask you my question. I'm just trying to explain the reason why I disagree with you for what you are saying. These people, you said now they have a company of oil in our country. What are you going to talk about Total? What are you going to talk about Shell? We have a lot of them that is sucking our resources. You cannot blame those ones. Why is it only British that you are blaming?
Can I ask you now? Can I answer you?
Answer, yeah.
British is, if you remember during the invasion 1897, when British were defeated at first, they went back and reinforced and brought the Spaniards, the Portuguese, the Dutch. Who are these Total? Who are these Mobil, ExxonMobil? They are the Dutch company and the European American companies. British is the one leading these guys. They are European Union. They are friends. These are colonialists.
The Portuguese were the first people to somewhere. The Portuguese were the first people to stop making such kind of allegations at the British.
But for me,
Mr. Machiavelli and Mr. Alex, please, we will be needing some orderliness here, please.
Okay, I was answering a question and he's interrupting me.
Everyone here is entitled to their opinion, but it has to be stated with respect, please. And no.
Yes, thank you. So I was just answering that guy. I'm trying to answer him that the British are the ones inviting these other oil companies, carrying them on their wings. When British Petroleum wasn't here, the way the Totals of this world were doing the activities were limited. That was when they even had this Niger Delta militancy. So for me, something transpired in that London clinic that everybody is shying away to talk about. Since then, the security collapsed. It went into comatose. Things went tattered. And the British are quiet. There's no letter. There's no pressure on the government, unlike the way they did on former dictators. Why are we blind to that fact? Why are we quiet to that fact? I know how the pressure the British mounted on Abacha regime because of being a dictator. Is this one not worse than being a dictator? Children were killed. The British government did not discuss it. They didn't impose sanctions on political leaders, of public politicians. They did not impose sanctions till today. They turned a blind eye. DW, a German station, was there live when people were killed. The lady was stained with blood of citizens who were reciting national anthem. I watched that channel on my phone live during that shooting. The lady had blood on her body. So you are telling me there are no evidence and they cannot suspend these people from coming to England? And Desiani is still there with billions of dollars. A lot of things have been done to make her come home to face justice. Britain is hiding her because she's spending that money in their country. For me, there are lines.
Can I just ask
there are tiny
lines
which we should look at. Thank you.
Can I just ask one last question to you, Alex? You see, yesterday you came in and they talked about Ekweremadu's case. You came out with these whole ideas of the UK government hiding things, and you coming out with Desiani. Now, I want to remind you back during the Ibori's regime. Ibori was taken from the United Kingdom and was deported back to Nigeria, right? And he was a prison. So are you now listen to me? You see, one thing we have to do. You don't have a fact to present to.
Are you asking questions? Are you asking questions or you're explaining?
Can you give us a fact that the British are the people responsible for what is going on? If you give a fact, because we work with fact, I'm not going to argue with you.
Okay.
Like you said, you're entitled to your own opinion. Can you give us a fact and where it is written so that people can go and verify?
Can I ask you? Can I answer you now? Ibori stepped on toes in Nigerian government. Jonathan Goodluck, who was a darling of the whole world as at then, Ibori stepped on toes. So telephone calls were made. Investigate. Is Ibori the only person who has money in England? There are a lot of politicians who have money in England. Why was Ibori handpicked? So for me, you have, as you said, you have your opinion. The earlier we realize the true enemies, when we get our votes, our PVCs, next year we stand against manipulations, against the works of election observers from England. We have to stand.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alex.
Yes, I'm very happy now that British are even coming.
Mr. Alex, sorry, I just want to ask before you finish if I could shed some light on what Mr. Alex is saying. Because
just give him some seconds to round up, and I'll get right back to you, ma'am. Thank you. Mr. Alex, please, we've dwelt on you for longer than usual. Can you please wrap up in 5 seconds?
Why I wrap up? Why are people killed like animals? And there are documented evidence. Data is everywhere about the killings for the past 4 years. England, British, who hypocritically say they love lives, they love animals, they are gentle, they are not corrupt, they are quiet. No one letter against any politician in Nigeria, apart from Ekoremadu's problem now. So for me, the British are hypocritical. They're responsible for the problem indirectly. Though we blame our politicians who are serving as puppets and surrogates, as houseboys to these British people. So for me, I drop my case there.
Thank you very much for that submission, sir. Miss Ugo, you could please ask your question.
Okay, so thank you very much. It's very, very disheartening, that we do not understand what has happened in this continent of Africa. It is very, very painful that we have forgotten because we are living in these places. Sorry if this is disrespectful, but what I'm trying to say is that don't forget you are living in, like me, I'm living in the United Kingdom, but that doesn't stop me from knowing the facts of what happened. Look, Africa, Nigeria was a giant. Look, we're not together as Nigeria, but we were a powerhouse. We had all the resources. Yesterday, I talked about the Benin Kingdom. We had civilization was worrying us. Too much wealth was worrying us. We were going to these places with gold and diamonds, and they were seeing this. We now start allowing them to come and trade in our domots, welcome them. Our universities were the best universities in this place. They saw all of that and got too jealous, and they needed to be greedy. Let me tell you something. This British, this thing that we are defending like this, more than our brothers and our sisters. I don't know if I know that they erase our history, but we should also. There is no more excuse for this type of talk anymore. Yesterday, I was listening to the argument about Ekoremadu. Someone was talking. I think it was Mr. Mike. I was very upset when I was hearing somebody coming up to defend the British people. Let me go back. Let me start with Ekoremadu, because I think I'm getting upset right now. Let me start with Ekoremadu's case. I do not like him. He's a corrupt politician. For all I care, he can stay there in prison for the rest of his life. It's his business. But let us talk about facts. Let's talk about the law. You have the Human Tissue Act, Oyibo People's Law, the British people that were carrying their case on their head. It is allowed for a child to donate their kidney, their organs, their tissue, as long as consent. If you give your consent, you can go and donate your this thing. Nobody is disturbing you. The only thing they say is do not come and turn it to a business. If they catch you doing business of killing people or cajoling people or bribing people to come and donate their this thing in bulk or as a business, that's their problem. That is the only problem. So whether that guy is really a child or an adult, it doesn't really matter. The only thing that you can say is, what's it called? That's exploitation, because he's a rich, wealthy senator and he brought a young person, child or an adult. It's a question of morality. But because this man is a black senator from Nigeria, they think they can mess it. If he was a white person, they will not come and call this thing organ harvesting. This is their law. I studied law in Nigeria. Even though I'm not practicing law here, I have lawyer friends, and I have please excuse me, like our Peter Obi says, go and verify. Go on Google and type the Human Tissues Act. If people that are acting for facts, these people are very, very diabolic people. Let me just say it as it is. When they came here, they killed, they raped. The reason why we're enjoying what we're enjoying is 400 years of free labor. And years of all these people that are saying they've gone, they have not gone. They gave you independence, but Shell was established in 1936. In 1958, They found oil in the Niger Delta now. That's 2 years before independence. Unilever has been there since. So the thing is, the world is run by all these big organizations, and these big corporations have been here for a long time. It is the same thing that is not just happening in Nigeria. It's happening in every single part of this continent. We need to wake up. We need to feel proud of who we are. We see, let me tell you something. The humanity started here. Civilization started here. Please don't listen to the rubbish that they told you that it happened in Greece. I have been to museums. I've gone to libraries. I've opened books that have been hidden. I've seen pictures of us ruling these people. So look, the only thing for Ikweremadu is a moral this thing. Me, I'm angry with him because instead of him to fix our nation, he's carrying our money to go to France, to go to the United States to treat his children like we don't have children. So look,
Mr. Ugo, can I ask you 2 questions?
Can I finish, please? Let me finish. Mr. Alex is speaking facts. We need to go and research these things. I know that some people will say, stop blaming the colonial masters. We are living in neo-colonialism. Mali chased out France, which was it not last month? 2 days later, there was an attempted coup from unknown Western authorities. That's what they released in the news. But we all know who he was. So these European bodies, their survival depends on that's what they think. Their survival depends on our inability to produce our natural resources. As you speak now, there are French military troops everywhere in Africa. Germany, they are trying to increase more troops. So if we want to talk, they will kill us fast. We need to wake up and take our powers back. We ruled this world for years. We talk about Jesus Christ 2,000 years ago. There are facts that show that we ruled this country, the whole world, for 15,000 years. So please go and do some research. Take your power so you can raise your head up as an African and know who you are.
Madam, we have question for you, madam.
Okay, talk.
Please,
yes.
Mr. Machiavelli, Brother Nice, please just hold on a minute. Ma'am, thank you for that submission, Mr. Machiavelli, Brother Nice, and
can I say something
you on the panelists. Please hold on, please. Thank you. Okay. You know the drill that this newspaper review is just for an hour. We have lengthy time for discussions like this, and they happen in the evenings, Monday to Thursday, 5 p.m., Fridays, 6 p.m. Now we touched on all of this, but we'll be having a little bit of time, not the usual time. So when it is your turn to speak, please make your submission, collate your submission, and give it to them in few minutes, please. Let's not deliberate on one topic for too long. And before we proceed, we have Joseph Oji. Joseph Oji is our newest member. Joseph Oji, hi. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. We welcome you to the Niger Watch family. This is a platform for the people to speak their mind, bear their grievances, say it as it is, but respectfully, without curse words and without vulgarity in our words. Welcome, Joseph Oji. We are glad and we are pleased to have you here. Continue the journey with us and you'll be very, very pleased. Mr. Machiavelli, you were going to ask a question.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to ask Ms. Ugo a question. You said you are a lawyer. I'm very happy. And also so that we all can be arguing it here. Now, in a case, that a case, in the law court, we don't want to hear hearsay. The court doesn't use that. You were saying that this person is a Ekweremadu case. But the British are saying, whether it's this or that, they want to establish the fact that, one, if this person is a minor, two, if he was lured without his consent. So we have to, until the court says it, then we cannot be debating on it, because the British, they didn't invite them, but this happened in their territory. If it happens in Nigeria, the British wouldn't come there. Yes or no? The answer is no. So let's leave that one. You said a lot of us are saying, yes, the British listen. We all know that the British have a lot to do in here. But I want to ask you, is this same British that asked this Nigerian government, that every year you see looting of billions of naira moving around the state? Is it the British people that still cause it? It is
Mr. Machiavelli, can I ask you a question? Please.
Go on.
Please, can I ask a question, ma?
Yeah, you can.
It's just a question. Okay, during Abacha regime, Abacha was dealing with the Saudi Arabias, which the British do not like. And there was pressure from Britain for Abacha to step down, to release political prisoners, to stop the killings in Nigeria. Why are they quiet under Buhari's government? Why? Why are they quiet now? Why the silence
Is there any chance somebody else can contribute, please?
Please, can any
For me,
other
thank
person
you.
can we contribute
Mr.
something?
Akim can answer. Let me just give it because I wanted to answer. Let Mr. Akim go. He hasn't spoke since.
Madam Lima, thank you very much. I just want to know if it's okay for me to carry on the submission.
Yes, please.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate your work, and thanks a lot to my fellow panelists and to Ms. Ugo on the panel. And I just want to say greetings to all the viewers out there and to the guys on the comment section, and to our newest silver member, Mr. Joseph Oji. I just want to say thank you for joining the Nigeria Watch family. Listen, I've listened not too long. I joined listening to the newspaper review this morning, and yeah, it's okay to talk about our history. We have histories behind us. That is one thing, but we are talking about the problem that we face today. Okay? The problem that we face today, as a people, we are people with independent mind. A lot of things that we do in Nigeria today are not interfered. They are not any level of interference from outside body. So if anybody tells me that the reason we don't have electricity in Nigeria is because of the British government, we want to. I don't know how you make explanation for such decisions, because at the end of the day, a lot of the problems that we face today are our own problem. Do we have colonial issues that are there from time? Of course, you cannot just push away your history. It is part of us, and it will remain with us. But a lot of the decisions that we are making today are our own decisions. No, it's not interference from outside. I think those are some kind of excuse that we are making today. The idea that a man goes to the United Kingdom and then breach the law of that land, and then we are saying this because he's a black man. My sister, I want to bring your mind to some certain issues that have taken place in the United Kingdom. There was a sitting MP who was a minister then under the Liberal Democrat Party. He went to prison for a speeding ticket. He lied when he was caught by the speed camera that it was his wife that was driving. That man went to jail. He was a minister, not just a city MP. He was a minister of environment at the time. He went to jail. When they had the expenses scandal in the United Kingdom, members of parliament were sent to prison. So the idea that our own will now, another man will not go to their own country and breach their law, and they will complain that it's because it's a black senator. No. This is a place where rule of law actually works. It's not Nigeria. The idea that a young boy goes to the police and say, "Listen, I've been forced to come and donate my organ, and I don't want to do it." Do you think they should not investigate such actions? If the boy never went to the police, these guys will not have issues. It is the guy that complained. It was the boy that complained. And in a country where they actually care about human beings, they decided to do what is right. I'm not saying the man is guilty. At the end of the day, they will carry out the investigation, and the law will decide if he's guilty. Then he should be prosecuted. He should go to jail for it. He's one man, just like everybody else. And the problem we have in our country today, let's be honest, we cannot solve it by propaganda. Propaganda will not solve our problem. We will solve our problem by taking actions. A lot of these countries that we are looking at today, that we keep pushing blames to, don't forget, you have countries who were never colonialist countries in Europe, and they are all doing well. They never invaded any country. Countries like Ireland, countries like your Croatia's and a lot of other Western countries, they were never colonial masters. So to just paint all of this country with the same brush, I don't think is the right way to go. To try to push our problem in one direction, I don't think is the right way to go. The reason why the British government will put pressure on the Abacha government was that Abacha government was a dictator government. The Babangida government was not even government junta. Those were dictator government. They were not democratically elected government. The Buhari government is a government that was democratically elected by the people of Nigeria. For us to say that a foreign country should come and put pressure on our own government when we practice democracy, a system that was introduced to us by the same colonial masters, knowing fully well that Nigerians have every 4 years to make decisions as to the direction that they want to take their country. I don't think this is the right way to go, my brother, because at the end of the day, we must free ourselves of this mindset that our problem is coming from somewhere. No, our problem is within, and we have to take actions to solve our problem ourselves. On the day when these people, whenever we see these people, whenever they have issues in the country, they will come out and they will protest. They will take actions in their own hand. And in Nigeria, I know that the NSAS protest led to a bloody end, which is a very sad way for that movement to end at the time. But that should not be the end. That should not be the reason why we Nigerians should not.
Can I ask you a question, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask you a question? Why up till now they are still investigating the activities of the Rwanda genocide, yet they are covering the NSAS massacre? Why?
Who covered the NSAS massacre? It is the Nigerian government.
What has come up? So you are saying the world body do not have right to mount pressure on the system of government that is killing people nationwide? Do you know? Are you aware there is an international law?
You say you did you read political science.
Yes, I read it, and although I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you. You live in the UK. You are just careful. It's okay. I understand.
No, I don't live in the UK. I don't have to be careful. As long as what I'm saying does not contravene any law of the land, I don't have to be careful of what I'm saying. So what I'm trying to explain to you is that in a society where the people democratically elected a government, so what do you want them to do? To come and overthrow a democratically elected government?
There is an international law of rules of engagement. You don't keep people who are singing the national anthem. It's an international law and Nigeria is a member of the United Nations. We signed that charter to obey that law, and our government defied that law, and they are not.
I'm going to explain something to you. You see the last massacre that happened last time. Were you even aware that issue was debated in the British Parliament? No, you are not aware of that.
I'm aware, but they already talk about the SARS massacre.
So basically, a lot of things that you don't hear them talk about, or the ones you hear them talk about, some of these things have been discussed within the system. It doesn't mean that they'll bring everything to the table and talk about it. A lot of these things, okay, one of the reasons, let me explain to you. One of the reasons why the Obama government refused to sell weapons to Nigeria at the time was human rights issues. So these people, they take a lot of these things into consideration. So for us to just assume that they don't care, no, they do. It was when Trump came into power that he started selling weapons to Nigeria, and a lot of Nigerians were praising him. But look at what they did with the weapon. Part of the weapon they used to kill Nigerians. When an upright human being said, no, we're not going to sell weapons to you because of your military human rights problem, Nigerians were blaming Obama. Say, how can a black man, we have a terrorist problem, he refused to sell us weapons. But they don't look at the underlying problem. What our military does with those weapons when they don't fight terrorists, majority of those weapons, they turn it to Nigeria.
Mr. Kim, are you aware Biden administration has sold weapons to this present government? 2 months ago, a fighter helicopter was sold $1 billion to the Buhari's government. Are you aware of that?
Mr. Alex, Mr. Kim, just a minute. Mr. Kim,
that deal was signed. Okay, sorry, madam.
Mr. Alex, please do not interrupt. However way you
sorry, madam. Sorry. Yes, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. Yes. Yeah.
Mr. Kim, please kindly make your submission in another 1 minute. We have to move on.
Okay, thank you very much, madam. The last question you asked now, that deal was not signed by the Biden administration. It was a deal that was done when Trump was in government, and the Nigerian government paid for that helicopters at the time. So helicopter, you don't go, it's not like you go to the shop and just buy and take it. No, they will have to manufacture them after you've paid for it. And those are part of the deliveries that we are getting now. So I will say that I hope I've clarified that part. So please, my people, if you want to support Peter Obi, if you want to support, let us do this democratically. Let us begin to bring changes to our country democratically. Let us don't always look for people to blame for our problem. Yes, we have issues when it comes to our history. We're not going to deny our history. It is part of us. But this is 2022. We cannot turn back again and say, oh, this is we look at the people in the United Kingdom, people in the United States and say, this is our problem. No, let us handle it ourselves, and then let us see how we can continue to progress as a nation. Thank you very much.
Yeah, can I say something?
Please, Emma,
Yeah.
sorry, I was saying something before I was interrupted, but I didn't finish my conclusion. Can I just round up? Sorry, please.
Please do.
Thank you. So, Mr. Hakim, you're saying, if you're making a very good point as well, Mr. Alex is making a very good point. You understand? The thing is, my problem, the reason why I spoke this morning was because I listened to this group and I see the way we defend these people. Our problem is partly theirs, but our problem is also mostly within. And I support you, Mr. Hakim, that we should start also looking at how to sort ourselves out. These politicians are Ponzi's for them. We as citizens now have to take our power back. But my own grievance from what I heard this morning from supporters of carrying the matter on their heads and defending them so much is that they forget to see the actions that are currently happening. And now we all have to leave all of these people, our leaders and them, and sort ourselves out and vote. Let's vote for someone like Peter Obi. That then after voting for someone like Peter Obi, we can then demand more from him.
That is what is called democracy.
So we need to sort our hunger issues, because the hungry person is not going to be fighting somebody else about the future and the past. So we need to sort out the basic needs there first. Then we now start demanding for more. But we are all correct. But we should please let us love ourselves more than these foreigners. Thank you.
No, but the democracy is what is what. I think we should all go back and read about democracy.
Let another person say so. You be saying something, says. I want to say something, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss. Sorry,
yeah,
who is speaking? Who is speaking?
It's Collins. I just want to make it snappy. I don't want to make, because people are the same topic will keep repeating. I'll be repeating here for like more than 3 days now. Let me tell you something. When it comes, because I hate people. When the problem we have as an African, as an average black man, is like we always blame people for our failure. If you watch, even like you go to Nigeria, if somebody does something, you're not working, it's not working fine for you, start blaming your village people. That is the mentality we keep. That mentality we keep rubbing it to ourselves. The white people are not our problem. They are not our problem. We are problem to ourselves. Until we start appreciating ourselves. When we start appreciating ourselves, then other people will force to start appreciating you. Because no, white people did not tell you that you shouldn't get electricity in your house, you shouldn't get a good hospital, you shouldn't get a good education, you shouldn't even get a good road. They are not the people telling you that. They are not the people telling you that you shouldn't treat your own people, your citizens very well. It's just because an average black man, there is this greedy. Even including everybody, including me, we have this greedy. So because of that greediness in us, then white people took advantage of it, because we are very greedy as an African. We are very greedy. That from it didn't start from today, it started from origin. We are very greedy. Even when people begin to talk about slavery, when white people invaded Africa, they didn't come to punch gun at your head. It's our king, those kings that we worship today, those kings that we keep celebrating. They are the people that sold their own people to white men because of they promised them selfish stuff. Maybe we'll give you gun, we'll give you gold, all those kind of stuff. So when people keep holding these white people are our problem, I don't subscribe in it and I don't believe in it. I've been in this country for more than like 5 years now. I don't believe in somebody doing me racist. One thing I believe, that if a white man can get something, I can get it. Whatever a white man can achieve, I can achieve it, because unless maybe at the end of the day you find out that you are doing it, maybe you're not doing it perfectly well. When you make a mistake, you raise up again, you correct yourself, and you get all those things. Nigeria are the problem we are having today. Today, people, okay, we are still talking about don't sell your vote. Are people in Ekiti are selling their vote? Then when you sell your vote finish, you start coming and blame white men for selling your vote. They are in London and you are in Ekiti State selling your vote. Then after you say, it's London people that are causing the poverty in Nigeria. We are the problem to ourselves until we start appreciating. Even just manage ordinary councillor just elected somebody in a councillor, they will start acting like as if they have seen it all. Elected somebody as a king, he begin to see as if he have achieved all. Elected somebody as a local government chairman. The other day I complained here in a Kaduna or somewhere, a local government moving with a convoy, not even a convoy that the president cannot even use. That is what the local government chairman is using. Then after you start blaming UK people, you start blaming foreign countries about your failure. We are the problem to ourselves. The same people who are today shouting about the poverty in Nigeria are the same people who are saying, say Baba 2015, say Baba 2015. Then keep saying the same thing. Now, 2019, you have the chance to change your destiny. The same people went back and vote for Buhari again. Then when you come back and start complaining, I don't think people have any right to complain because you sold your destiny. You sold yourself to somebody. So when you do all those things, you don't have anybody to blame. So I think until Nigerians, as we Nigerians start appreciating ourselves, when we start appreciating ourselves, trust me, outsiders will know how to appreciate you. Look at how police used to treat people in Nigeria.
Okay,
Before they see
Mr.
you,
Collins.
question, they will start without asking you a simple question. They will start wanted to shoot you. Just ask you a question. So when white people watch all those kind of clip of video, they will treat you the same way. So that's my own simple contribution here.
All right. Thank you very much for that contribution, Mr. Collins. Mr. Jimo, good day to you, sir. How are you today?
Very well, thank you. Good morning to you and my fellow panelists.
Yes, sir. It's good
Um,
to have you. It's good to have you here today with us. Before you go on, I'd like to plead with the people watching and those on the comment section. Please like this video. The likes are not matching up. It takes nothing. It takes just a second, to just like this video and share. So please do the needful. Please do the needful. Encourage this broadcast by liking and sharing and inviting someone. Thank you very much, Mr. Jimo. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I actually
Have
came
you
into
been
this.
have you been following the broadcast so far?
No, but this last discussion about the British is what actually I met this one, and that's why I came in just to
Okay.
view in
Our
regard to this very
discussion
issue.
actually our discussion is not about the British. Oh, thanks to Mr. Alex for taking us away from there. We're talking about the Sallah that is around the corner. The Muslims are coming out to say that the cost of rams, they are expensive, they are almost unaffordable for them. And the sellers are also complaining of low patronage, and they've blamed this on insecurity and on hike in the diesel. Now, when the Muslims are going for Hajj, they have this ridiculous discount that the federal government gives to them when they want to change money, which doesn't go for the Christian pilgrims, or I don't know of any other religious body that that goes for a program and they need to need dollars and all of that. But they've always been given special treatment, I dare to say. And now they are complaining. Do you think that they should just join us, and this time, this is one thing. I said earlier at the beginning of this broadcast that there is one thing that this government have done so well, so amazingly well, and that would be making sure that everybody is affected in the chaos in Nigeria right now. So do you think that our brothers that are coming out now to say that they cannot afford this and these are the problems? I mean, this has been affecting us for a very long time. This is our day-to-day. One of the broadcasts there, I said, people cannot, we had tomato shortage, or I don't know what the problem was, but for some reason a pint of tomatoes that would ordinarily go for maybe 500, 700 was going for like 2,000, 3,000 naira or something, and people have been dealing with it. So now, because of a supposed celebration, or not to suppose, because of a celebration, they are coming out to cry. Is this needful right now? Should they just join us and square it up with us, because we've been living with this? Or do you think the government would quickly do something for these people?
Well,
So basically, we are talking about the effect of insecurity in our community today, and this particular body of religion are coming out to, crying to the government. So, do you think, as usual, the government will hack into their cry and do something about it, or everybody
that is
should
the
know that
current.
what goes around comes around?
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. I think the primary responsibility of the government is security of life and property. For that simple reason, they are supposed to listen to them. And a country where there is insecurity, there is no way any other thing can function. You know, that is, it is because of this issue that made my brother to blame the British, because of things that are going on, actually. Well, that should be the problem of the government to solve. If the problem of insecurity is taken care of, so many other things will fall in line. Very many other things. Nigeria, when we were growing up, we don't used to have the problem of food insecurity has never been a problem. We have been very, very secure with food. We could feed ourselves. But because of this insecurity, because we have very small scale farmers that can't even feed themselves now. Those are people that the government does not even know they exist, and they feed with the little farms they have. But now they can't even go back to the farm. But I will quickly touch on this issue of blame game. You see, we have the federal government, we have the state and local government, we have human capital resources, we have the money. It is not the British that determine how we appropriate or spend these resources. In Nigeria, for every situation, the country needs to come up, or rather, they will come up with two committees. For every single situation, they will come up with two different committees, two different commissions, and commence addressing the situation. But nothing practical will be taken to address to address such situation. This is because we Nigerians are not ready. When I say we Nigerians, it does not mean we the common people. But even if you add the common people, because we have not been able to hold people in government accountable. We have so many countries that are not even as big as Nigeria, who are able to feed themselves, who have been able to take care of their security. So the problem is that those that we've had in power from time till now have not been able to map out the strategy that we need. Look, by the time we begin to blame the white people, you ask yourself, they did not see anywhere to learn from. We now have people to learn from and still couldn't learn. It is just like American hiding their plane away from the Russians, because if they see it, they can just manufacture the same. If you give Africans that same plane, they will look at it. They can even, lose the plane. They can't even couple. So we can't begin to blame any other person but ourselves. That's just the way I see it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Mr. Nsibidi. Welcome to the broadcast. Please, you have the floor for another 2 minutes as we've come to the end of today's broadcast.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to quickly say something. I don't know all the topic, but I joined like some 30 or 40 minutes ago. But I heard a brother saying something about the British and everything, and this issue of the federal government. Seems like they are favoring the Muslim pilgrims. But you see, number one, let me just quickly say something about this Britain. I think sometimes we fail to realize that two things can be true at the same time. We have to look inside first. We have to blame ourselves. No doubt about that. We have to first deal with this, our corrupt politicians. But at the same time, we cannot absolve the games and the evil that some of these neo-colonialists are doing. Because at the end of the day, many of these people have joined to destabilize. They've actually consciously destabilized African economy and even the security and everything, just for their own personal, for their own interest. So at the same time, we should also be careful when we come out and we start talking against our own people because of the perceived crime. Yes, it is true. Some black people are going there; they are committing crime. So what? Are they? Is crime? Does it mean that because they commit crime, they are no longer human beings? Because their own people are committing crime. And if you look at, it's only black people that have this issue. That anytime something happens, they want to quickly, throw their own of the cliff. Because if you go to the same UK, no matter how many terrorist attack you hear in UK, the Muslims can never support the government to start cracking down on the Arabs or their own people. So we have to be careful what the kind of message we are sending to these people. We always need to come together. We always need to understand that we need to, as much as we are dealing with our issues, let us not leave ourselves exposed. You might be thinking it has nothing to do with you. It might have something to do with a relative, a friend. You understand? So let us be careful. Let us not absorb these people.
Sorry, madam. Can I quickly just interject if it's okay? Just for 10 seconds.
I think you're muted.
Sorry,
Do you have a question for Mr. Nsibidi?
yeah, I just want to quickly correct something, because you see, some of the problem we have is one of the way my brother is talking now. You see, in this Western world, I've seen a situation whereby a police officer who is a white man, his brother committed a crime. He was the one who took his brother to the station and arrested him. This idea that we should start covering for people who are committing crime as a way of covering for our own, I don't understand where that logic stands.
This thing, my brother, you didn't get my point. It's not about covering for your. It's not about reporting your brother to the police. You should, but what does it have to? Why do they have to bring them back? Okay, what if they are citizens of those places, or if they have permanent residency? You mean they should also be sent back to another country just because of they do not originate? They are not originally from there, or their ancestors are not from there. So the white policeman you're talking about. So after he took him to the police station, did they take him to somewhere in Russia or somewhere in there? Maybe because that's where his forefathers are from.
Yeah, but brother, that is an immigration issue you are talking about. Now it's two different things. We cannot just tie everything together like one. That's a completely different matter.
My brother, what I'm trying to say is this: yes, I support that everybody should, be held accountable for their crimes, no matter who they are. I agree, but they can. That is the. You need to see the bigger picture. You need to see the intent behind some of these laws they are bringing out. It's not as plain as you're seeing it. It's not as plain as you're thinking, because sometimes the intent is just to look for a way of getting people out of that country. So let us be wise, please. Like what they are doing now maybe in America and some other places. If you look at it from the surface, you say, "Oh yes, it's very good," but you don't understand the intent behind some of these things is to even remove some of the rights that these people have. Before you know, they'll use that avenue and take a lot of people out of the country. So let us please be, straightforward. And for the Nigerian government, you see, we cannot say that we do not know what is happening. Everybody is seeing it, but because we don't want to sound like we are inciting or we are hating on our Muslim brothers and sisters, we keep keeping quiet. But at the end of the day, it is clear we are seeing it. Olusegun Obasanjo just said it how many times? This is someone that has been both military president and civilian president. You know, he came out and said that the intention behind the administration and everything is to Islamize and Fulanize, but we are still, you know, trying to act like we are more civilized and more informed than even a two-time president. So, but at the end of the day, let us just keep hoping that the change that we are all looking for will finally come, and we have to keep pushing.
Amen.
We have to keep pushing.
Thank you.
Sister Emma, I have my question. You did not tell me, you did not permit me. I was waiting.
All right.
Okay, just a
Brother
minute.
Nice.
Thank you for that submission, Mr. NCBD. And you joined us late today. I hope you do better next week, Monday. Thank you for that submission. Thank you to everyone on the panelists for today. Thank you to those in the comment section. I have few comments here I'd like to read out. This is from Destiny Hoviebo. I am in Western world. Westerners are not what people think they are. They are good people. Thank you for that. I have another person, and I have another one from Tracy Jacobin. She says misplaced priorities. I have another one from Joseph Oji. He says they will complain because Christians also get their own dollars, and this has always been the practice. Okay, thank you for that. Tracy Joplin says Muslims will close road just to do their prayers. Okay, thank you. Titus Chinedu says there are other nations in the world that are under the British control, yet they are doing very well with the little that remains for them and for their people. So what happened? What is happening? So a good number of people thinks that citing from Mr. Alex's submission that we are our own problem. And the only way to fix this is first to acknowledge that we are our own problem. And that will be the first step in fixing Nigeria and coming together and holding the people in power, people in position, holding them responsible and accountable for every move and everything that happens in the country. Brother Nice, over to you. And I'd like to make this correction to you, especially Brother Nice. You always call me Mr. Ima. I don't know why that is so. I don't know if men are fine like me where you come from, but
No, I said Miss Ima.
okay. My name is Ima. My name is Ima, short of Ima Bong. Ima. Brother Nice,
Okay,
please. You
Ima,
have the line.
Ima. Okay. Thank you. I want to direct my question to this sister. I don't know her name, so I will just call it sister. My sister, if I think you live in UK, right? If Nigeria is fine like UK, I believe you will not move to UK. That is my question.
Okay.
Hello.
What's your name, please?
That is a very wonderful question.
What's your name?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
It's Brother Nice. That's Brother Nice. The one
Brother
that asked
Nice.
you the question, Brother Nice.
Okay, so Mr. Nice, I'm not saying we don't have our problems. I'm not saying that. We have deep issues. Every one of us, our mentality is short. We have very, but to turn a blind eye to another side, we have so many problems that we do not even know the origin of it. Do you understand? The tribalism that we're facing now that is killing us is a huge problem. We as citizens have sat down and watched our politicians. Me, myself, I'm in my 20s, and this is the first time that I'm interested in politics. I'm in the UK doesn't mean that I should shut I was born in Italy. They gave me Italian quali, but I know where I'm coming from. And I have taken, it's like a point of duty. I can't live in the blind anymore. For you to understand where you're going, you need to understand the thing. Okay, so your question, yeah, this place is good. We also can fix
That's
our
what I want to hear.
Okay. So
Can I
that has been
contribute
fix our
something?
country. I'm not saying we can't fix our country.
Can I finish? You asked me a question. Can I respond, please? And please do not interrupt when I'm speaking so that I can communicate effectively. Then I will leave. I will not say anymore and let someone else speak. So to answer your question, yeah, I am here and I know that things are good. And I'm enjoying it, yes. I have the right to. I am an European. Plus, my ancestors helped them to build this place. That does not mean that my country will not work. I want my country to work more than anything. So we have a responsibility to fix our country. And Peter Obi can bring, not just Peter Obi, there's so many other people that are waiting to take up that opportunity to fix our country. So all of us now have a responsibility to work. Even if you're not in Nigeria currently, please, all of these ones are distractions. All these other politicians traveling from wherever. If we can feed ourselves, we will be able to think better and be able to have time to read and understand what is actually going on in not just Nigeria, but with world politics. But because I'm here, doesn't mean I have a blind. I'm not saying that the average Westerner is a bad person. But the powers in this world, you need to understand how it was designed and how it affects your daily life. That's all I'm saying. So
Thank you, my sister.
Yeah, you said?
I know I'm supporting you. I'm saying thank you. You know, it seems like most of the people that are talking like this are people that probably just, I'm not hating or discriminating, are people that just came maybe some 5 or a few years ago. If you've been here, if you've been outside long enough, or if you're born there or something, you'll understand what we are talking about. The power structure, these people play a deliberate game. They come to Africa. As long as you're under their system and their method, you cannot make a significant change, because they know exactly how to push the people that will work for their own interest and make them your leaders. And unless there's a revolution, there's no way you can change it. Look at all across Africa, every single person that has risen to make a change, starting from Thomas Sankara to Patrice Lumumba, every single person that have risen to make a change, what did you think happened to them? And you're here talking like you don't know what is happening in the world.
Them. We need to understand it for our survival as Africans. For our survival.
Can I come in here?
Please, can I say something?
We need to fix ourselves first. We need to fix our mentalities first. And our educational system is teaching us rubbish and not even helping our situation. But it is your responsibility now. Every single one of us, we're all adults here, most of us at least. It is our responsibility now to start understanding the world structure, not just Africa. Not just Nigeria. We're looking at our small place. You're looking at one tiny corner of the world. You're not stepping out to look at the whole broad thing. Let us vote Peter Obi. That's my own. Vote Peter Obi, then we can start from there. Thank you.
Please, I just want to say something. You see, I'm not actually here to talk about Obi or whoever it is. I believe that the issue of, putting our problems on other countries is a very, very huge problem. You see, the UK, for example, is ready to partner with the countries, with any country to support its education, trade, or security partnership. But Nigeria will have to make way for its technological drive. The technological drive, we have to make way. On anti-corruption, for example, it is not only by arresting big names and sending them to jail. It's about dealing with the corrosive nature of corruption that occurs every day in Nigeria. So I think we need to take the first step to blame ourselves and let's leave the Europeans out of our business. We have the talent, we have the human resources to deal with our problem. Please.
Why do we keep saying leave out of our business? They're already in your business. Sorry, they're already in your business.
Thank you.
They survive by being in your business.
Can I contribute?
Who is speaking, please?
Yeah, that is Let's Go. I've been here and everybody has been speaking, and
this is Mr. Andrew, right?
No, this is Let's Go.
Let go. Okay. Oh, that's true. Okay. Please make your submission, and please, there should be no interruptions, no questions for him, nothing. Let him just give his opinion, and that's it. Please. Thank you to every other person here. Mr. Let Go, please.
Thank you. First of all, good morning to everybody from wherever you are coming from. Have a very nice weekend. Initially, when I log in here, I was listening to what Alex was saying. Alex is actually, saying truth. We have to stick with the facts. Okay, I was born in Nigeria, and since I was born in Nigeria, all the school I attended to, all the school I saw from different states, they're all grammar school. And who are the people that brought this grammar school to us? They are Great Britain. They teach us how to read and how to write. That's what they did. Okay, so and that's the problem till today in our educational system. Okay, our constitution, we don't have to live in a denial. A man from a Yoruba man, if I could remember his name, Adibanjo, and 3 other people from North and the South have discussed, debate this issue, and they all come into the conclusion that the constitution Nigeria have is a fraudulent constitution. That we, Nigeria, did not make the constitution we are using, and that constitution is being used to punish Nigerians. For example, in America today, every state govern themselves. Every state have their power. Every state manage their resources. In Nigeria, we depend on federal government to manage a state. Okay? We depend on the federal government to manage a state. Somebody said that Nigeria have not taken the step forward. Nigeria have. During Jonathan administration, they did a conference, right? All Nigerians took part on it, and they come to the conclusion that they have to restructure Nigeria. What happened? The same people that Britain empowered did not agree that Nigeria will be restructured. Okay, and all those national conference, everything that they labored to do, Buhari put it in his pocket and sit on it. When they asked Buhari, Buhari said, "Am I not governing Nigeria?" That he is governing Nigeria according to the constitution. And when you go to the constitution, Buhari was right. He is governing Nigeria according to the way constitution is. And that constitution did not give any other person power to do anything. United States today, Donald Trump, when he finished his tenure, he now went home. What is happening today? They are investigating him up to, even yesterday, they are investigating him on his corrupt practices. But in our country, when everybody look at what Buhari has done. Look at the way Buhari has kept our father and our children and our sister and our brother. Look at the clean. Is it not enough for the Nigerian National Assembly to put a vote of no confidence and chase Buhari out of that place? But because of the constitution, they cannot be able to do that. So whatever that is happening in Nigeria today, Britain have hand in it. They can't deny it because we have an oil. So that is why you can't compare Nigeria with other African countries that they are not benefiting from. They are benefiting heavily from us. If they let Nigeria go, their economy will not be the way it is. That is the fact. So let nobody deny you. Nigeria have to rise up now since we are awake today. We have to rise up now and do all we can to vote these people out of office next year so that Nigeria will start having a new bread of life. That's all. So all this argument of Britain, they are nice people. They are not. If you are in Britain, if you are in Europe, if you are in America, you will know that they don't like you, but they just allow you to stay because of what they are getting from you. If you are in America today, if you don't have a good qualification, if you don't have a good thing that you will give to them, it will be hard for them to allow you to come here, unless you find your way through other means. So that is it. They don't like us. And they know that we are hardworking people. They know that we have resources, but they corrupt our government not to do the right thing. So let us engage our people to get our PVC next year and vote these people out so that Nigeria will start having a new life. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Let Go, for that. I'm so sorry you were on the line
Sorry,
for so long.
sorry, my sister, please. I just want to quickly say something. My brother, you believe that Britain is our problem. Britain is the reason because we have oil, but then at the same time you expect that people should go and vote the government out. So you also believe that Britain will allow you to vote the same government out?
Yes, Yes, I know that if all Nigerian, example, if 70 Nigerian youth that comprises of father and mother, they come out next year and believe that they are suffering, believe that they don't want this killing to continue, a country where somebody will be killed and nobody will be brought to justice, a country where you will see a policeman looting our money, a country where you will see a president go and tell somebody to go and kill this person because they know that this person is saying the truth. Okay, a country whereby somebody that is agitating is being put into prison without, committing anything. So if all these 70 million from Nigeria can come out and vote and defend their votes, I believe we will take them out of that place. And I believe the national conference that Nigeria did during Jonathan administration, they will review it and we will start devalue the power in Nigeria. And until that happens, this constitution that is fraudulent, that is killing me and you and our brother and our sister will be changed. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. No, I'm
No,
sorry.
sorry. I was just trying to understand the logic that Britain will now allow us to not change the government that they are supporting. In your own, according to your own word, if they are influencing what we do back home, so how are you not sure that the people vote that they will allow us to change the government that you claim that they are supporting?
Ima.
Okay, people. That will be all for today. Just keep your questions, keep everything on our next broadcast. If you turn on your notification, once Niger Live is goes live, you get notified. Then you get to join on the discussion. The next broadcast that will be done will give room for as many questions and opinions that needs to be aired or tendered. We really have to go, guys. This is supposed to be a 1 hour broadcast that has spanned into almost 2 hours. So we really run out of time. To my panelists, thank you for always engaging me. I will see you on Monday. Although there's been a little twist, even better to say it better. Our newspaper review for Monday will begin by 10 a.m. Nigerian time, as against 9 a.m. So don't wait up from 9 a.m. for 10 a.m. Be there, be present, and come out early. Join the link early, join the live, turn on your notifications so as soon as we go live you're notified, and as then we can start engaging in good time, and we have so much time to spend together. So everyone on the comment section, thank you Tracy, Jacobin, thank you to Ifio Gudofia, thank you for Naomi Bell, thank you for Green Street. Thank you to Mommy Diaspora. Thank you, Mama Di Mama. You are always here. You're the first person. I always look forward to seeing you. Thank you to Destiny Ovebebo. Thank you very, very much. Thank you to Naomi Bella. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to our viewers. Thank you for watching. Please do well to like, do well to share, do well to invite someone to this broadcast and to this platform. Thank you to the Niger Watch family. Thank you to the Niger Watch team. Until we'll come your way again on Monday. You stay well. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe and do what is right. Do what is right. Do the needful, please. I have 4 people left on the panel.
Yeah.
I would give you 2 minutes to make a submission before we round up. Your word for Nigerians or your word for everyone that is watching you. Mr. Collins, you go first, please. Mr. Collins? Okay, I'll move to Miss Ugo if you are there, ma'am.
Thank you, Emma. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody. To this whole argument, I feel like even though people are clashing and we're saying things, but these are things that need to be debated, and it's good that it's coming out, even if we don't all like it. But the point I want to make now is we need to look in the mirror and love who we are. We are great people. We need to start demanding respect from our leaders and action from our leaders. Let us start now and encourage people around you to do the right thing and not sell their votes. Whether it's Buhari that is doing also, whether it's anybody, if we sit down there, they will do it to us until we are no more. So we need to take action and be ready for the consequences and just get this thing. We need to, there's no going back anymore. We are like the newspaper thing said, we are fed up. Please, I'm fed up too. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.
Okay, thank you for that, Mr. Nsibidi. Please, 2 minutes, your word
Yeah.
to Nigerians
Yeah,
watching you.
thank you so much. So the brother who is asking that question all over and over, the answer is simple. Just go and do your research and discover how many countries of the world where the leaders that they currently have is not liked by the West. But that man was put there because of the people rose up, the people want him. So the first thing we need to understand is that once we all, or most of us, because sometimes it's impossible for all of us, you'll still find some people there talking their own. But once most of the people rise up and say, no, this is how we want our country to go, this is the person we want in power, I'm telling you, even the West, they can do almost nothing to stop it. In fact, they cannot do anything to stop it. So let us understand that we have the power. The only way that we have not been able to get rid of some of these people is all this divide and rule system that they are using through tribalism, through whatever religion. That is how they have been able to get away with it. So the sooner we understand that these people are playing games and that there's only one tribe, there's only two tribes, the tribe of the people and the tribe of the oppressors. That is when we can make a difference. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you for that submission, Mr. Nsibidi. Thank you very much. My people, you have heard it all from our panelists from around the globe, concerned Nigerians. I hope we begin to do the needful. Let's not give up. And remember that to make Nigeria a better place, we have to work hand in hand with the government. And please get your PVC, vote right, no vote buying. Don't, your vote should not be sold. Please, it is now, or it's going to take a very, very long time if we don't, finish this good work that we have started. Until we come your way again, please stay safe. Please stay safe. Coronavirus is still out there. There are other ones that are Lassa fever, or please stay safe, people. Stay well until we come your way next time. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Bye for now.